Hello, it's Miss Heather, piano and voice teacher here at Conservatory of the Ozarks. I'm here today with
Ellie.
And how old are you, Ellie?
10.
So, Ellie just started voice lessons recently and we're going to do a singing stretch tutorial. These are great stretches to do at the beginning of your practice session to help make sure you don't have any muscle tension that can get in the way of your most beautiful voice. So we can start with this one. We lean towards our hand and then you put your hand on your ear here and kind of pull up and over at the same time. So not like this, like ear to your shoulder, but a feeling of up and over at the same time. Then this hand, flex the wrist, keep the elbow straight, and we'll draw circles. Don't let your arm come forward like this, keep it at your side. And then we lift the arm up, up, up. Don't let the elbow bend. Don't let the fingers go flat, keep the wrist flexed. And then we can make bigger circles. So we have both big and small, good. And then we can take it and switch the direction of the circles.
It wasn't the way I was just going.
Try to not let your elbow bend, keep it straight. Yeah. And then we can make bigger circles. See how your wrist is straight? Try to keep it flexed. I know, it's kind of a lot of things to think about. And then opposite. So we gently pull on our ear, up and over, straight elbow, flexed wrist, and we draw circles. Put the arm up higher. And we can make bigger circles. And switch directions. And you should feel a pretty intense stretch through the side of your neck as you do that, hopefully. Okay, then this next one, we can lace our fingers together, nod our head forward, and just gently apply a little weight. And we can inhale and exhale, and as we exhale, we can let our head try to nod forward a little more. So we feel more and more of a stretch all down our spine. Can you kind of feel it here where your spine is stretching? Good. And then we can let that one go. And this is kind of like this one we did, but we're gonna go diagonal like this. Find like the base of your skull here, and again pull a little up and over. Let this other hand hang freely, and you can like swing it back and forth a little bit. You can feel the stretch change as your arm swings. You could draw figure eights with your arm. Do you feel a stretch there?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Feel it right here. Whew. That one always feels really good to me. And then opposite side, so diagonal again.
My hair is in the way and it's not even that long.
I know. All the best singers shave their heads. Just kidding. Don't do that. That would be sad. And then we can do shoulder rolls. So you can pretend you have a pencil sticking out from your shoulder and you're trying to draw a perfectly round circle. Ooh. Mrs. Ruffin, my voice teacher in college, always called this giving yourself a self-massage. And then we can switch directions. Really make sure you get all the way around the circle. And then we can take our nose, and again, pretend we have a pencil if you want, and we'll draw a circle with our nose, starting with a little small circle, and then we'll get bigger circles, as big as we can. And then we can reverse and we'll go smaller. Okay, now that we're going this direction, we'll start going bigger again. Bigger. And then we'll change directions again. And then we'll go smaller. Now, this next one, we want to have a straight elbow, pull the arm across, embrace it, and you can kind of take this hip and sort of like twist it that way a little bit, so your arm's twisting this way, your hip is going that way, so you really feel a good stretch here. And you can inhale and exhale. And try to twist a little more on the exhale. And we can try the other arm. Shake it out. Do you know your mom and I used to do this stretch when we were playing volleyball too?
I did not know that.
Yeah, true story. It's so funny because in my voice textbooks, there were some of the same stretches I'd done in volleyball, and I was like, oh, I already know that one. And then this one is another one we did in volleyball, elbow back, and then you put your hand, pull this way a little bit, and again, you can take this hip and kind of send it that way a little bit, and the arm is going that way, so you really feel that stretch. And then we can switch to the other. I wonder if your mom still does these stretches too.
I would do this exercise every time before I went running.
Yeah, that would be good too. That's an interesting thing about being a singer. And so now, let's see here, step forward just a little bit more. This one, we take our palms, we want to have our palms facing out like this and do some big circles. When you're a singer, your whole body is your instrument. So anything you would really do to make your body more healthy is gonna, do nothing but good things for your voice. And then opposite, so we go up and then in, up and then in. Try to keep your elbows straight the whole time. And then this last one is, my voice teacher called this the ragdoll. So we just flop over. Have you ever seen a ragdoll at Silver Dollar City? Yeah, so, they just flop all around. So we flop in half like a rag doll. I kind of will let my arms swing back and forth. And it doesn't really matter if you can touch your toes or not, but it's kind of like what you would do if you were trying to touch your toes. So you just bend over however far you can. And then we flop side to side. Just pretend you're at Silver Dollar City and you're a rag doll blowing in the breeze, hoping some nice little girl named Ellie will come and adopt you. And then we just uncurl the spine one vertebra at a time as we're spinning back and forth. And then when we get to the top, we can actually fold the spine all the way backwards and continue flopping. It's kind of a small space here, so it's tricky. But when you have more room, you can really flop all over the place.
Yeah.
How do you feel? Flexible? Thumbs up for stretching. You have a good ending pose. Hooray for singing stretches.